All right, so I got a little bit of follow-up to yesterday's video that I did talking about the Oscars and Kathleen Kennedy. If you remember, this was getting a large dislike ratio, and every comment was calling out Kathleen Kennedy for firing Gina Carano and for kind of destroying Star Wars, right? Well, as you can see, they've turned off dislikes and they've turned off the comments. It doesn't really end here, though. What becomes really funny is if you just go back and you start looking at their other videos, like here's History of Sci-Tech Awards, right? Which is what she's presenting. Check it out. So they just moved over to this video and gave this one 2.4K dislikes to 84 likes. And everyone's calling them out saying, why'd you delete the comments? Why'd you turn off dislikes and likes? And it's not just that video. If we head over here to this, they're hitting this one too, 634 to 24, asking about Kathleen Kennedy. Kathleen Kennedy hates strong, independent women, and so does the Oscars. So it's just funny to me. You can't stop this stuff. So they turned off look at this one, Walt Disney Animation Studios acceptance speech. We can just come here, 204 to 18. It doesn't stop. Like every video is getting hit with dislikes and in comments about Kathleen Kennedy. It would have been contained to just that one video, but they decided to censor it and act like, this wasn't going to be noticed or something. I'm not sure. It was probably a call from Kathleen Kennedy. I'm sure she called somebody at the Academy and said, "You got to shut that YouTube channel nonsense down now." And well, here we are at this point. Next up, we have outlets straight up lying about Gina Carano now, which shouldn't surprise anybody. Do you remember how when Gina was fired on social media and she found out at the same time as us, which is so messed up? Do you remember how hashtag cancel Disney Plus trended, right? Remember how it went higher than all of the Gina Carano haters' tweets? Which is mostly because the people that the cancel culture segment of Twitter, who I call the NPC Puritans, the reason that they're able to do what they do is because it's a smaller group, but they're very loud. So if you go and you look at a weirdo's Twitter, they usually will have hundreds of tweets a day, which is really crazy. That means they tweet like every minute. So you have these people that get together and go after people, and they tweet so much that they dominate the platform. I did a video on that a long time ago. You should be able to find it by just searching Twitter in my videos, and it'll pop up. But it's just really telling to how these people it seems. How can you have a life and tweet hundreds of times a day? You're literally walking around tweeting all day. But Cancel Disney Plus was moved by pretty much regular people on Twitter, and it trended because, well, there's more regular people than there is the loud group, but the loud group can't get banned. I mean, they literally drive Twitter's platform. But they're trying to say now that Gina called for that boycott when she did no such thing. She didn't tweet at all that day. But that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. They can just say whatever they want. No one corrects these people. So this is it right here. This is what I want to go over. So others, however, have defended the actor and claimed that her departure is an example of cancel culture. Following the news, Carano called for a boycott of Disney's streaming service using the hashtag cancel Disney Plus. However, the request was largely mocked online. No, it wasn't. No evidence of that whatsoever. That's not true. First off, Gina Carano never called for that. I don't even remember how that started trending. Somebody just started hashtag cancel Disney Plus, and it wasn't mocked. It was actually stirred quite the fear in the people of Disney, because they weren't just tweeting about it. They were following through with it and posting receipts that they canceled Disney Plus. And the people at Disney did not expect the backlash that they got, which is a beautiful thing. 1,000 tweets that thing topped out at. It was very impressive. But now we're straight up lying and saying that Gina Carano pushed for that. Do you have any evidence of that? Because she didn't tweet at all that day. In fact, she didn't tweet at all until she announced her deal with Ben Shapiro about her independent movie. That was the first time I believe she tweeted. She was like, "Welcome to the rebellion," and she retweeted the Daily Wire article about that announcement. So, are you gonna talk about that? But no, we're just gonna say, "Oh, it was Gina Carano that did it. She's the person that called for that," which is complete BS. Are they gonna correct this? No, they won't correct this. They'll just leave it in there because, hey, it's all about smearing Gina so that Gina can never get a job in Hollywood again, right? If I were her, I don't know. It's hard to win lawsuits, but the way Disney went about things, she should sue them. But it's so hard to sue for defamation. We've seen it like 2 times now. Vic Mignogna, Johnny Depp. It's incredibly hard to win, and it shouldn't be that way, especially when you have a clear-cut case of this. Disney's might be a little bit different because the way they worded their tweet where they fired her was kind of disgusting. But then I wonder, they don't have a name. It just says Lucasfilm spokesperson. So you'd have to go after Deadline, who has a shield from giving up their sources. So I don't know. I don't know what you do there. I just want her to be successful and be able to, get past this stuff. So it's up to her, I would guess, and who knows what she wants to do there. I'm sure she's talking to people and weighing options. She's a smart woman. So let's move on to this one. There's a rumor that Disney is eyeing up Zack Snyder to direct one of the upcoming Star Wars films, considering that comes from We Got This Covered, which I'm glad they admit in here. I'm not sure I so much believe that. However, there's an interesting quote in this Pirates and Princesses article that I want to go over that I think is pretty telling that Zack Snyder says when he did an interview with the Film Junkie on YouTube. And it's that he says Star Wars has moved on from me, which I think is kind of hilarious. So listen to this quote. "I think I've gone over this a little bit in the past. I'm a huge Star Wars fan. The reason why I started making movies when I was 11 years old was because of Star Wars. For sure, it has been a huge influence on me, and it really got me into this mythic path with the Joseph Campbelling take on archetypes and storytelling. Yeah, Star Wars is that to me. I have an interest in Star Wars. I don't think I have a story written now that I don't know how I'd fit into the Star Wars universe anymore. Like, I don't know what it is. So it's a thing I love, but I don't know if maybe it's moved on from me. I still love it. I have lightsabers everywhere around the house. It's the it's moved on from me part that I thought was pretty funny. He's basically saying, yeah, I don't care anymore. It's not the same thing. It's almost like he's kind of slamming the Disney trilogy without slamming the Disney trilogy, which I think is funny. It's like it's a very political quote. You have to admire it, but it's just telling to me. He's basically saying that the Disney trilogy sucks. So that's pretty much it. A little bit of an update. What do you guys think about all this? I'd like to hear your thoughts. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. Also, if you want to help support the channel, check out my Teespring store. There's a link in the description. You can find some merchandise in there that you might want to check out.